I'm John Hamilton of Lewisham People Before Profit. I'm standing for Mayor in this election and I'm Campaign Officer. I'd like you to think back to the end of 2012 when we all heard that the hospital at Lewisham was under threat of closure or partial closure because the hospitals in Greenwich and Bromley were bankrupt. The Labour government had insisted that those hospitals be built by private finance initiative. That means that it was going to cost £210 million to build the two hospitals. Instead of borrowing the money as usual or finding it from government coffers, they asked Barclays Bank, Innisfree and Taylor Woodrow to finance the building of the hospitals. So £210 million to build them, and in the first 13 years since they've been running, we, the people of Britain, of South London, have paid £643 million back to those investors. 643 million for an outlay of 210. Well, the answer is obvious. They've had their money 3 times over. We shouldn't be paying them any more. People Before Profit's policy is to annul the PFI contract. We don't think it's tenable to insist that it be paid at these huge rates of interest which are bankrupting public finances in this country. This is not the only case here in South London. There are other hospitals affected in a similar way. People Before Profit members were very involved in the organisation of the 2 large demonstrations that happened. We organised the stewarding, negotiations with the police, the placards that you will all remember. There's this famous one, PFI puts profit before people, which was designed by Richard Proctor, who's standing for us now for council in Lewisham Central. We also organised other things like the stage, the PA, the banners that were put up all around the borough saying "Save Our Hospital," and the double-decker bus tour, which went round Bexley Heath, Bromley and Greenwich, publicising the demonstration to other boroughs. We won a huge victory last year when the court case in the High Court said that Jeremy Hunt was not able to close the A&E and maternity departments at Lewisham. But there's problems ahead because Lewisham Hospital has been merged now with the hospital in Greenwich, and that means we're going to be taking on their debts. The PFI debts that shouldn't be repaid in our view. We say they've had the money 3 times over, that's enough. And my policy as Mayor of Lewisham, if elected, will be to press for those debts to be annulled. A few years down the line, we are going to see other attempts to close down parts of the NHS or privatise it or break it up, because that's the long-term plan of both main parties. Both Labour and the Conservatives have that as their ultimate aim. Don't be taken in by their lies. They've put it all in place, foundation, trusts, things like that, which make it easier to break up the NHS. The NHS is not safe in Labour's hands, and certainly not safe in the Conservatives' hands. Although we're a very active party in Lewisham, you may also be interested to know about the National Health Action Party, a special party mainly campaigning on national health issues, and you'll be able to vote for them in the European election part of Thursday's elections. Thank you very much.